So I'm actually seeing the topic on why Asians don't speak up when it comes to a protest or speaking up for our rights. Because they honestly do not think they're a minority. A lot of Asians live under that whitewashed world. And that comes from me speaking from experience. As a Vietnamese woman with black kids, I've heard every racial slur there is. Why are you with a black man? Your kids are going to be dark. Your kids are going to be like charcoal. Majority of Asian people are Trump supporters. They don't speak up. They don't fight. They don't speak on the situation. They don't even like talking about the situation. And when they do, they sound stupid and ignorant. They don't like doing that because in their mind, they're white. Majority of Asians feel the whiter the skin, the better. And that's all I'm going to say on that. That's why they don't speak up. That's why they don't make a scene when it comes to fighting for our rights. Because they think this is not going to affect them. As if 12 Vietnamese nail techs just didn't get deported because they're illegal immigrants. So let's be clear on why this is happening and who it's happening to, because it's just not Mexicans, okay?
This is proof that just because there are people from a different culture does not mean, or different race, it doesn't mean that they're not ignorant as hell. That what she's saying, it more closely aligns with a liberal mindset than it does from a conservative perspective. And she said it out of her own mouth. She says, it's not like 12, and I actually did a story on it on the Millionaire Morning Show, and she's like, it's not like 12 Vietnamese illegal, highlight illegal immigrants, undocumented, came over the border, not supposed to be here doing business in America, probably sending money back to their family or back home. Illegal immigrants didn't just get deported the other day. So, and it's a lot to break down here, and I'm gonna make sure that I get through it. But my point is that there are degenerates of every single culture, every single race, and that's why some people are choosing to divest themselves against people within their own culture. Now, let me break this down, and I gotta be realistic. I gotta look at it from a C student's perspective. I gotta be 100% with y'all. She sounds like one of the reasons that she's divested away from her family or her culture is because she went along with something that she wasn't supposed to do as far as what the standards of her family is. Now, two things can be true at the same time, and this is the reason why we're going to break this down and we're going to add context. Two things can be true at the same time. The first thing is, it's not right, to be racist. And if they say, hey, you're going to have charcoal kids or whatever, so on and so forth. I get that. I 100% agree. But she was rebellious against whatever her family and her cultural norms are. And she decided to go and get with a black guy anyway, which obviously probably got stigmatized. All right, let's just be real. So now she feels as though she's a part of the crew, right? She feels like, yeah, I'm going against my conservative values or the way that I was raised. I did what I wanted to do. Now I got the tattoos and I got a black kid and I talked to a black man. And so now I'm a part of the cause. And so I'm going to run in the Victim Olympics. All right. It was wrong for her family if it was accurate what she's describing. But at the same time, now she has evolved to be a part of the liberal left, right? So now she can have her stripes because she has a black kid and she's been with a black man. And so now she's speaking up against what she don't like about her family. Now, again, multiple things can be true at the same time. Her family could not necessarily be right about how it is that they look at other cultures and races. And absolutely, most of us know somebody within our family that's not doing things the right way when it comes to evaluating people and judging them based off of their character versus judging them based off of something that they can't control, such as their skin color. We can control what we embrace as far as our cultural norms. But then she feels as though this is giving her permission to stand with people that are wrong when it comes to illegal migrants being in the United States of America. And this is why I say we have to be careful, because people will justify their position by being right on one thing or being rebellious against whatever it is that they feel like they don't like about their family. And now all Asians are bad because they're whitewashed, because they feel like they're white, because they're against illegal migrants coming into the United States of America and doing what they want to do, while not at the same time embracing, uplifting, and upholding American culture, which is what you should be doing. Learning the language, taking care of business, pouring into the community, and then, as a result, you become the beneficiary of the opportunities that come along with you being in America. So she's conflating arguments, right? She tried to mix it in to get the sympathy of the audience. And you know me, I always like to leave credit for the content creator, so the link is going to be down in the description. She tried to mix it in and get credit from the audience by saying, yes, I got a black man, or I had a black man, and I sound like she's a single baby mama, so I don't know. I'm just guessing. I got a black man, I got a black son, they're racist, so they called me out. And who's to say that that's even true? You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know. A lot of times people embellish, but let's just take it at face value. And let's assume, for the sake of conversation, that she's telling 100% the truth. Then she goes on to say that they feel like they're a part of America, they're a part of the culture. Well, guess what? America is a melting pot. But the thing is that if you do things right and you are a legal migrant, because the misconception is that we don't want anybody from any other country to be here inside of the United States of America. That's a lie. It's a lie against the right. It's a lie against conservatives. It's a lie against Republicans. It's just a flat out lie. We not against, legal migration into the United States of America. We're against what she described as illegals coming in undocumented and taking advantage of American culture. So now it's similar to what black people do to me, or similar to what black people do to Republicans. A lot of times they'll make it seem like, oh, you a sellout, or, you feel like you whitewash. No, I'm very much understanding that, at the end of the day, I rock out with people that's going in the direction that I'm going in, and I'm American first. When people ask me, who do I think I am? I'm an American at the end of the day. And more people that describe themselves as black or African Americans that are legal citizens inside of the United States of America, I think, are starting to wake up, and they're saying, wait a minute. We may not necessarily, agree on our politics or the way that we voted, or, this or that, or relationships, but we do agree that you not going to come in here, undocumented and illegally, and think that you're going to disrespect the culture of here in the United States of America, and that we supposed to go for it. And that's why you see a lot of people that are legal migrants, or people that are born here inside of the United States of America, outside of the white apologists and obviously the people that's being finessed and the paid protesters and rioters. That's why you see they saying, you know what, I don't want nothing to do with this. Even if they did vote liberal, even if they did vote for Kamala Harris, even if they did vote in their liberal election, there's a lot of people that's sitting this out. Now, obviously, you're going to get the same old, the same characters. You're going to get that because they're going to be on the wrong side of history as usual on a regular basis. But the fact of the matter is, she's trying to say that most Asians are not getting involved because they're either A, racist, or B, they feel like they want to be like white people. And the reality is that being in American culture is not feeling like you want to be like white people. It's understanding that you are a part of the fabric that makes America great again in the first place. Let me know what y'all think. Maybe I'm off. Who knows? But I love to hear y'all comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Henley, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. I love you. I appreciate you. I can't wait to read y'all comments.